I can't help you.
We do understand each other, don't we?
Oh, well.
Very good. Very impressive. I'm sure we'll chat again.
All right, baby. All right now. Gonna wait till the midnight hour. That's when my love comes.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Macho Movie Madness. I'm your host, Brandon. Alongside me always is Chris and Andrew.
Hello. Hey.
And today we've got a very different podcast for you. Today we're going to be discussing our favorite B movies.
Got the B movie madness, brother.
The B movie madness. These are, we're just going to do three. We've each picked three of a list of some of our favorite B ones. I should say, not all of the B movies we like, but to save some time, we figured we would just do three of them. These are probably some movies that you've never even heard of.
Yeah, most likely.
Most likely.
Yeah,
Definitely
most likely.
Probably never seen. We view these as some of the best movies you've probably never watched.
I think collectively the three of us had seen maybe one of them.
Yeah.
All three.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. So I'm going to, as the host of this little soiree, going to pass this to my right, and we're going to pick Chris's movie to talk about first.
Oh, okay.
It's just at random,
Okay.
because this is what I do. Chris has picked the movie Firewalker.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris, Lou Gossett,
Naturally.
I guess you would see this as a B. You'd look at this like a B movie.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
More importantly, it's a canon film. That is
Yes.
the granddaddy of
Yeah.
B movies right there.
Canon is like every single good B movie, or I can't, not every single, but like a good 80% of B movies that are good were made by Canon.
Have you guys?
Well, I mean,
have you guys seen the Netflix doc Electric Boogaloo?
No, not
No, I
yet.
haven't.
It's
Not yet.
it's just about canon films and all the schlock they put out in the 80s. Like there was a time in the 80s, one year where they put out like 62 films in
Yeah.
1 year.
Wow.
So, yeah, like more than a film a week,
Yeah. And
they were
most of them were not good.
competing against each other at times.
Yeah, that's crazy. But no, Firewalker was, man, I hate to say it, but it may be my favorite Chuck Norris movie.
really,
If not, it's very, very high up there. I love this movie.
more than Lone Wolf McQuade.
Yeah.
I mean, Missing in Action is pretty good too.
Missing in Action 3 is probably my favorite.
Oh, really?
If not Delta Force.
Oh,
but
wow,
this
Delta Force.
But this is definitely up there with them. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I would have to sit down and really think about which one is better. Because Firewalker, I think, has a better story than any other movie he's done.
Oh yeah, I'd hands
You know what
down,
I mean? Like,
hands
the
down.
story-wise, is very good.
Well, the bad acting that is usually accompanies Chuck Norris is very diminished in this one. Like it's very tolerable. Everything's good. The story's fun. I had a lot of fun watching this movie. Lou Gossett was great.
You could tell they had a lot of fun filming it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
know.
Who was the chick though? What's her name? Do anybody know her
I
real
can't
name?
remember off the top of
I
my
don't
head.
know her name.
Super hot.
Yeah. Yeah,
Super
she
hot.
was.
And she was all right. She didn't bring the movie down or anything.
Oh
from an
no,
acting standpoint.
no, absolutely not. Even though she was kind of weird in the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
But I guess she's supposed to play that crazy character because everyone's going to look at her like she's crazy. She's looking for this treasure, and she's got this treasure map.
yeah.
So I don't know.
It was I thought it was like a badass, a manly version of Romancing the Stone. And Romancing the Stone is not a girly movie.
No.
But compared to this, it is.
Yeah. That and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah,
I think it's a definite take on
Well,
that.
that's back then there was a lot of treasure movies
adventure.
back then.
Yeah.
Goonies was around
Yeah.
that time.
And I love those movies.
Which Goonies was 85, correct?
I
Yeah,
don't,
I believe
I
right?
don't know.
This was 86. I believe
Yeah,
this movie was 86. So I mean, a lot between 80 and '80s, 5,
Oh,
6.
yeah,
There's a
yeah.
lot of treasure movies.
Yeah.
And of course, Indiana Jones being the biggest one.
Yeah, and I like that because I like all those adventure movies. I always, when I was a little kid, I wanted to be an archaeologist.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
See,
But
I
I
think-
grew up to be a piece of shit. So.
I wanted to be a lot of things. I definitely wanted to dig up dinosaur bones.
Yeah, I wanted to be a dinosaur for a while.
Well, I mean, everybody wants to be a
I want to
dinosaur
be
at
a
some point.
velociraptor. I still would like to be.
I still
a
aspire
velociraptor.
to be a T-Rex
Yeah.
one day.
Breastologist.
That's
Yeah.
what I want to be.
For
for real though. For
Yeah.
real, that's what I want to be. I mean,
that's big boy goals.
yeah.
Not little boy goals.
I don't know. Yeah.
Before-
when I was a little
No
kid,
more digging up dinosaurs. I'm gonna dig up boobies.
Yeah, I want them boobies.
Before we move on to plot and action and everything, also I really enjoyed John Rhys Davies in this, and I almost forgot he was in it.
Yeah.
I watched it recently, and Billy from Predator playing the main bad guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he's a very good bad guy, I think.
Yeah,
Mhm.
There was another one that was filmed like right around the same time where he was a bad guy. I don't remember what it is.
I know the film you're talking about, but I can't remember the name of it either.
He was the even better bad guy in that movie. And I wish I could remember what it is, but I
don't really know what all his movies are.
He's a pretty good bad guy.
Yeah.
I like him. I like him a lot. He's
I mean-
very stoic,
I didn't expect this movie to be as like comedy heavy as it was.
Really.
But
Yeah.
but I love that about it. It wasn't so bad that it was stupid.
Well, and because like everything, that's what I like about it, because everything that he filmed in that, well, I mean, really, everything that Norris has been in has not been a comedy, really.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them can be taken as a comedy because they're so outlandish, but
Canine Cop.
yes. But no,
Some of it's so damn cheesy.
He did not do very many comedy heavy movies at all.
No.
But this one, I thought he should have done more. Like when you see this movie, you kind of think maybe he should have done more comedy based action movies, because he's pretty friggin'
He's a
good.
likable guy.
He is. He's very likable. Which Lou Goss is pretty likable too.
Yeah.
He's always been. Oh yeah, he is. He's always been such a role model and such a very serious person. Though
Yeah.
it's hard to be, even in Sidekicks. You remember Sidekicks?
Oh yeah,
Um,
dude. Dude.
I'm telling you,
Man,
I
love
with,
Sidekicks,
with Jonathan
dude.
Brandis.
Yes.
You know how think he killed himself?
Oh my
Jonathan
God, really?
Brandis did. Yeah. I think he shot. He either hung himself or something like that. Maybe. I don't want to say he shot himself. I think
Dude,
hung
he got
himself.
to be Chuck Norris's sidekick,
Yeah,
and
he
like
should-
your life can't be that bad.
Nah,
It's all downhill from here. is
Well,
probably what he was
I
thinking.
guess.
Well, the
He did have asthma.
he yeah, that's a common side effect of having
Bleeding in my chest.
yeah, I'm bleeding inside my chest. I think that's a common side effect of asthma.
Yeah, suicide.
Suicide attempts.
Yeah.
Not that we're joking about suicide
Oh no, or asthma.
or asthma. 'Cause
Asthma's
asthma's
serious.
some
My
serious
dad has
shit.
asthma.
But if you don't like Chuck Norris, you should seriously consider suicide.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you should.
Maybe we could talk. Yeah.
I'll talk you down until you say I don't like Chuck Norris. Then I'm like,
I can't
just
help
gotta
you.
wash my hands of you.
Yeah, I can no longer help you, buddy. I'm not gonna jump off a roof with you like Mel Gibson would.
I might.
I wouldn't. No, I think it was a failing acting career or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, that really is sad.
that's happened to a couple child stars.
Yeah.
Kid on the Disney Channel, I think, did that too. Hung himself, and he actually had a career longer than he did.
Well, I'm telling you, you just got to pull Corey Feldman and get your music career jump
That's
started.
what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Man, no, that's better.
Yeah.
He's way better than Michael
Yeah.
Jackson ever
Oh,
could
yeah.
have been. He's living his dream.
Yeah. yeah. People need to quit being cruel and cheering him on.
Yeah, don't be
Yeah.
cruel to a heart that's true. No, Firewalker. Great movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
What else
love
was Lou
Fire- I
Gossett
love
in?
Firewalker.
Jaws 3?
Yeah.
Jaws 3?
Yeah.
Lou Gossett was
Yeah.
in
Oh
there?
man, he's been in a lot.
There's a little sci-fi movie called Enemy Mine where he plays an alien. That's all right.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds interesting.
Iron Eagle, isn't he an Iron Eagle?
Yeah,
I
he
think
is.
so, yeah. We need to do one on Iron Eagle and
Oh
Top Gun.
God.
That.
Yeah, Iron Eagle versus Top Gun. Yeah,
Yes.
that'd be good.
What's to say about Firewalker?
I don't know.
My favorite scene.
Oh, favorite scene, man. I don't know. Like, I love the bar fight when he took on everybody in the bar.
That's what I was gonna
Because
say. The swamp scene's pretty good.
the swamp
too.
scene's good.
Yeah.
Um,
But the bar fight's probably my favorite.
well, I mean, I love how they still put like Chuck Norris elements in.
Oh yeah.
Into this movie.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing I really liked about it. He still got his roundhouse kicks in. The fight at the end with the main bad guy was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And he finally got, you know.
I like the whole opening sequence in the desert.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty good.
The opening sequence was actually good. And how about the little surprise ending with the same guy at the end, too?
Right.
And a stupid laugh as you fade out and credits roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. I looked for this movie for years. It was on late one night, and like after the news, and I'd caught the end of it and never seen the whole thing, and I actually found it at like an Entertain Mart for like $20 brand new.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, I don't want to pay that.
$20?
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm like, I really want to
it's
see
worth
this
it.
movie.
It's
Yeah.
worth it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's just some movies that's worth it to you, and it's not necessarily because they're good. It's just because you like them.
Yeah.
You know, I recently did that with, and I'm not going to say I'm proud of it,
Oh God.
but it's just it's just who I am. I love Twister a lot, right?
Right.
Well, I grew up, and did you guys ever watch Night of the Twisters?
No.
Uh-uh.
It's an old Family Channel movie, and has John Snyder and Devon Sawa in it. This is a made-for-TV movie, and yeah, I paid for that. I paid $20
For a made-for-TV
Wow.
movie.
I did, because it's been like
Wow.
fucking 15 years since I've seen it,
Yeah.
and there you can't get anywhere. It doesn't. They released it on DVD, but you can't find it anywhere. That's out of print. So everyone's selling their copies on eBay for. I mean, it's a legit copy, but they're selling them for like $20 to $30.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I had to get on eBay and spend $20 on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not everybody's going to do that. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's the best decision I've made. It's just I'm not completely mad at it.
And from what I can tell, that's the only way you can find Firewalker, which it's
Maybe.
worth a watch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's very much worth a watch. I like it
Oh
a
yeah.
lot.
Yep.
If you like action, adventure, comedy, buddy movies, like it was
Yeah.
a good buddy movie.
Yeah, it was.
I absolutely loved that. That was a good element. It reminded me of the. It reminded me of a more action-packed, serious version of a Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder movie.
A little bit, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it was around that time, like it just kind of seemed like a little bit more serious, more action-y movie that
Yeah.
they wouldn't be in. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I think that was something I liked about it too.
Well, there we go.
Oh well, there
That's
we
my
are.
movie. Everybody loved it.
That's my movie. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good choice. That was a good B movie.
Thank you.
And I love that. I love that we like had to watch. You know, the fact that we had to watch these and
Yeah.
watch each other's movies.
Yeah.
I had to make you guys watch mine.
Yeah.
It's a weird movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
End of the Night.
Yeah.
See, now me being the guy I am, I'm a big fan of Jeff Goldblum,
Yes.
and I don't know how many other people would agree with that, but
Oh,
So
I'm a Jeff
lot
Goldblum
of
fan.
people.
yeah, he's a weird cat, but I love him.
I think he just makes this movie. His
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
deadpan performance.
Dude, can you imagine anybody else in that role?
I disagree
No.
about the movie being made by him because there is a scene where Michelle Pfeiffer walks across the room butt ass naked
Yeah.
twice.
Naked.
2 times.
Yeah, not once, but twice.
That right there makes it worth watching. Just her.
I made him happy.
Just her walking across the room naked.
Yeah, he had to finish the movie.
Yeah. I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah.
I would. I'd buy that for $100.
That was I think Michelle Pfeiffer, other than Catwoman, this was the hottest movie she's ever
Yep,
been in.
I agree.
In the movie.
I agree.
I really do.
I
With her
agree.
hair and everything.
Yeah. Other than Catwoman.
Because she's like not only hot, but she's helpless. So she's got that cute, like, helpless thing going
Yeah.
on.
And she's conniving too.
And she's a little
Yeah.
conniving. But not in a
Not
but you know,
yeah.
this is the thing about her character in this movie. Like, she keeps fucking with him, right?
Yeah.
And like it makes you wonder, like, this bitch is gonna, you know.
Yeah.
Something's
That's what
gonna
I
happen.
kept thinking.
I know. And then at the end when
That was very good because I when he goes out of the hotel room,
Mhm.
I had already made up my mind that she was gone.
she was gone.
Yeah.
And so then whenever
And he was gonna go back to his life.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So whenever she turns around and he's there, and
That was a
she's
payoff,
there,
wasn't it?
Like,
Wasn't that the best
what
payoff?
the fuck?
Yeah, it was the best payoff ever, dude.
Why didn't she run away?
I don't know.
get
That was it's Jeff Goldblum. Why didn't you run, bitch?
Yeah, exactly. You're Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah,
Go back to
you're
Michael
here.
Keaton, bitch.
Yeah. What the hell are you doing? This is way before Michael Keaton. This is 5 years before. Or
Well, you know,
6 years.
they did spend like 8 whole hours together, so
Yeah,
maybe
true,
she'd grown
true.
attached to him.
They-
Later.
Oh no. It was,
They spent longer than that because
yeah,
it was 2 nights.
Yeah, it was
Most
2
of it
nights.
was 1 night.
Yes.
Yeah, because they slept all day in that tunnel or whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
he didn't. She did.
She did.
Yeah, he didn't sleep till the end.
Yeah, he didn't sleep till the end at all. Then he slept for 2 days. What's that? Insomnia, basically. That's insomnia. He has insomnia. Jeff Goldblum's character has insomnia, and he can't sleep. His life is boring. It's dull, and he's worried about his relationship with his wife. He's got this dead end, boring ass job. He's lives in L.A. And Dan Aykroyd is actually, I don't know if he's uncredited or not. I don't think he's uncredited. But he's actually his friend.
He's credited.
He's his friend and co-worker in the movie, and he's only got a really, really small role. Most people in this movie only have a small role. The 2 biggest roles are...
When the credits roll, he's one of the very first people that gets credited.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, he could, well, it's probably by appearance then.
Mm-hmm.
But he's explaining to his buddy, what his life's been like, and he's like, man, go to Vegas, hop a plane, one night when your wife's
get a
asleep,
hooker.
you can't sleep. Yeah, go gamble, get drunk, get loose, get laid.
I mean, really, he could. If you're from L.A., you can make it to Las Vegas and back in no time.
Yeah, like just less than a couple hours.
Yeah. So I mean,
Round trip.
why
So,
wouldn't you?
yeah, exactly. So it's what he's done. So he suggested this thing. Well, he goes home one day to get some sleep because he's lacking sleep, and his wife is home early, and she's in bed with another dude. He doesn't go inside. He just finds her outside. He goes outside of the house.
Yeah.
looks
like a creeper through
like a
his own
creeper and
window.
looks through the window, and he just he doesn't. And this is how tired and how crazy this is, and as dry as he is. He just looks kind of shocked,
Yeah.
but not really.
Not really.
And then he just without saying a
See,
word,
that
just
was-
walks slowly back to his car and goes back to work and sleeps at work, or kind of sleeps at work.
That's my least favorite part of the movie.
How he didn't
Because-
bust down the door and
Well, and you don't have to bust down the door, but he didn't. He's just like,
yeah, he didn't take care of the
You know,
situation.
he didn't he didn't get mad. Like, even if he wasn't gonna get mad and throw a fit, like you would think when he got in his car, he would punch the steering wheel or
Right.
just not even, you don't even have to throw a big get really mad. Just show a little tiny bit of emotion. It doesn't matter how long it's been since you've slept, you're gonna be mad when
yeah.
you see something like that.
Yeah.
So
I think he was
he's just like,
well, I think it was just the deadness on top of everything.
Yeah,
that's probably what it was.
But I didn't.
Who
care.
was that actress? His wife. I've seen her in a lot of things.
Yeah, she used to be in a lot of stuff.
I can't remember her name now.
I think she was on TV shows for a while too.
I had everything wrote down and I didn't.
I don't remember.
Whatever.
But
Flying by the seat of my pants like always.
I don't know. I wasn't. I was actually surprised by a lot of scenes in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Very different.
Yes, I was super surprised when her friend gets drowned.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
That
wasn't
was super dark out of nowhere.
it? Oh yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
There's some. That's the thing
It's
about
all
this.
it's all goofy and funny, and then all of a sudden that these
That's
this
one
group
thing
of
about
guys
this-
hold her underwater.
This movie is a roller coaster of just weirdness.
Oh, yeah.
It's well, like going back to the beginning is one night is after it was the day he found out. He goes back home that night, and his wife was making him. She's eating some ice cream and talking to him, and just the casual talk or whatever, and he just pretends like nothing happens. Well, she's in there sleeping. He decides to get up and go to the airport. He goes to he gets to the airport, goes to the underground parking, and then that's when you see Michelle Pfeiffer's character with this dude come out of the elevator into the parking garage, and all of a sudden these was it Armenians?
Iranians.
Iranians.
yeah.
They make the movie for me.
They were supposed to be Iranians, but they were all played by Armenians.
Armenians, yeah.
So that's kind of confusing.
Kind of weird. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, they all jump out, and John Landis, who is the director, John Landis, for people who don't know, is a very famous old director. He He actually directed Michael Jackson's Thriller video.
Yeah.
His most famous one, I'd say, was probably American Werewolf in London.
Animal House.
Animal House 2. Because he did some he did some comedy.
Yeah.
But
that's one thing about this movie. Sometimes I feel like the comedy and some of the visceral stuff is kind of jarring.
It is.
He didn't. I mean, I like the movie, but it's like he didn't balance it quite right. Because, like, seeing at the very end of the movie, you know, with the guy with the gun and
because I was talking to him while I was watching this, and I was like, "What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
That was so stupid and out of place."
right.
It was. That was.
I mean, there's so much that I like about this movie, but that scene especially, I hated that.
I think that was the
That was
weakest.
so weird.
I think that was the weakest and weirdest part of the movie. I really do. Out of everything that happened, her friend's death, and
that was dark.
And
I didn't hate that, but it was.
I didn't hate it either. But that, and then that.
You talking the guy coming out in the parking garage that gets shot?
Oh no!
I'm talking about
the airport terminal. The
the one that shoots himself.
Yeah, he shoots himself.
That was
out of place because I mean the whole scene was good up until and it's like he just kind of grins and then like I don't know if it's just not explained and it's just not explained in context. I guess you would say very well. Like it's just not like you don't know. I guess I kind of guess maybe he just didn't want to hear him talk anymore. Ramble on. He's like, well, I'd rather just fucking put a bullet.
I can believe that.
Like,
I can believe
like,
that.
I'm surrounded. We're surrounded by like cops and detectives. He's surrounded by other people want him dead. And then now you got Jeff Goldblum calling him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got him talking to him. Why can't I sleep?
Yeah,
hey, shithead, why can't I sleep? Why is my life on it? Why is my wife sleeping with somebody else? And he's just kind of like, boom.
Yeah. I was telling Brandon, he probably just don't want to hear anymore.
Yeah,
why is my life a mess?
Yeah, exactly. But she
Rich cunt.
Michelle Pfeiffer's character brings back these, I guess, what were they, diamonds, weren't they?
Were they emeralds?
Emeralds or
Yeah,
something?
I think- yeah,
like,
whatever.
it's like a Persian emeralds.
Or either.
And these are Armenians or Iranians or whatever were after him, and that's why they were after her. Jonathan Landis is not only the director; he's one of the goons in this.
Yeah,
he's actually a mute goon. He's got a scar on his face; his tongue was cut out as his character or whatever, and so he doesn't talk. And they're all like destructive, trigger happy, goofy guys,
dude.
and they're like that was what's so crazy about like this is a fun like nighttime adventure movie. But at the same time, it was like a Roadrunner cartoon.
Yeah.
It was such a weird. I don't know. It was just weird.
That scene where they're in the tailor and he's just in his boxers and his top and he's trying to shoot out the door.
Yeah, he sees them cross and then he goes out.
That was my favorite. Like goofy
he's
scene.
in his underwear and he goes out and he's posing with a gun, looking around, looking for him, and then he can't see him. One of my favorite scenes with them is when they're trashing the place at the end, right before they kill the girl. They chase after the girl, and she shuts the door, and he can't open the door. So he just shoots the door
like
a bunch of times,
yeah.
And then finally goes through, and then he just throws something through the glass door in the back, instead of opening it, and then they run out. They grab her in the ocean, drown her in the ocean, as another bystander just watches.
Yeah.
So and that was what was so dark. It's like, wow, this is weird.
Yeah, that's
like they didn't like. I don't think they were even going to plan to kill him necessarily.
No.
Because they didn't kill anybody else.
And I kind of like that about them. They're inept and scary at the same time.
Yeah, they're just well, you just random, right? and when they ransack any place looking for the emeralds, they just do way more damage than they have to.
Destroy everything.
Like they make it a point to like they had a what was that? Was that the
It was like a swordfish,
like a stuffed swordfish or something?
Yes. And shove it through the TV.
Yeah, he shoves it through the TV
Why?
just to break it, just to be fucking insane.
Yeah.
That was what's so funny about it.
Wow.
A lot of cameos. Most of them were directors and producers and stuff of that era. Most people are not going to recognize. But if you went down and you've seen the names and you've seen like their credits and stuff, all of them are intertwined. In some way. It was kind of it might have been a little bit of a inner circle jerk kind of thing, but
probably was.
But that's okay. It was still fun. David Bowie was in it.
Yeah, I like David Bowie.
David Bowie's character was awesome.
Weird. He was weird.
Yeah, the hitman.
Yeah.
The Frenchman.
What is it? Open your mouth.
Yeah. He was a very weird dude.
Mm-hmm.
And that was actually one of my favorite parts of the movie was where he was in the penthouse.
Yeah.
And Goldblum like walked all around the penthouse looking for her.
Dracula, was it?
Yeah, Nosferatu.
Something like that was playing.
Yeah, it was Nosferatu.
And that was cool because that was the whole scene was just that sound.
Mm-hmm.
The TV was blaring, and he was just walking through this whole big penthouse, looking for everybody.
Yeah, yeah. It was a weird scene, but I liked it.
Mm-hmm. What was your favorite scene?
Probably that.
That one.
Probably that.
I like that one a lot. And then the Michelle Pfeiffer one, obviously.
Well, yeah, obviously. If I had to pick a scene to pause, it would be the scene where Michelle Pfeiffer was butt naked.
Well, I don't know what my favorite scene is. I just kind of like the whole thing. I don't even know why I was recommended this movie by another friend, and it's just something he'd watched a long time ago because it slipped under the radar. Like, it was not big at all.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I could kind of see why, but at the same time,
I could see why.
because it wasn't like it was the greatest thing ever. But if anybody ever runs into End of the Night, I highly suggest it if you just like Goldblum or you like films like that. Just because it's so weird.
Or you want to see Michelle Pfeiffer butt
Or you
naked.
want to see Michelle
I mean, let's get real. Who doesn't want to see Michelle
And
Pfeiffer?
what was up with, was that her brother that was the Elvis guy?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a total fruitcake.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he was the Elvis impersonator and is obsessed with that. He had a pink Cadillac and everything. They ended up stealing or taking or whatever. But she come back into town, and they obviously hadn't been getting along in a long time, and he's an asshole apparently. So that was, I mean, the characters in the movie, you didn't have a hard time really understanding who each character was.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you knew who everybody was, and they told you just enough to be satisfied with it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think the only thing that keeps it from being solid is, I mean, it's dry and awkward, but like I said, I think Goldblum was perfect for the role.
Yeah.
I think that was a movie for him. The only thing that was awkward was the guy shooting himself at the end. I think that was just the worst weird out of place.
Yeah.
Thing
Yeah,
ever.
there was a few things that were weird and out of place, but I don't know. I wouldn't say weird and out of place. I would just say weird.
Mm-hmm.
But the part with the guy shooting himself at the end, that's weird and out of place.
Yeah, that was weird. But everything else was good. It had a solid ending. You know, a really feel good ending.
Yeah.
Music was great. B.B. King did the soundtrack to the title score or whatever. That was awesome.
I like the opening credits too, flying in.
Yeah, the opening credits was
that
awesome.
was different.
I don't know what else. I mean, if you just like same night style, because it's all this almost the whole movie takes place in the course of one night.
Yeah.
Then they like sleep hiding out somewhere waiting for something, and they have to sleep
then it's
until the
night
next
again.
night. So then it's night again, and then it's in the second night, and that's it. And then of course the very very like last 2 minutes of the movie is like 2 days later. But the whole thing pretty much takes place in one night, and that's what I love about that. We've talked about that before
Yeah, I
too.
like that too.
Yeah. So anybody who hasn't watched that, I highly recommend it. Just checking it out.
Yeah, I would too.
Especially if you're a Goldblum or a Michelle Pfeiffer fan.
Yeah.
She's very likable in the movie.
Yeah, she is.
It's weird. It's like you don't know what the hell's going on with her at all. And obviously he's like kind of the old movie. He's a little bit hesitant at first, but I mean, he's got a boring ass life. I think
exactly.
I think he did a really good job. Like, this is not.
Well, about
right.
halfway through, they started getting where like every time she would say bye to him, she would like kiss him.
Yeah.
So
they were starting to really fall.
Yeah, they were starting to really
fall for each other or get
you know?
along. Yeah, and he didn't want to leave.
Yeah,
that was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Andrew, your movie,
probably the most obscure
one of the bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is the most obscure of the bunch.
If it hadn't been like a wrestling magazine from 1988, I wouldn't have even known about
that
this
it
movie.
existed.
Yeah,
probably not me either.
Right. But Hell Comes to Frogtown, starring Roddy Piper, which actually came out before They Live.
Yeah.
I don't know which one was filmed first, but
it's around the same time. Though.
Yeah, but this one came out several months before.
Which is crazy. He looks a little bit bulkier in this one. You notice that?
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know. Like
he doesn't have his shirt. He only has his shirt off in They Live for probably about
a few minutes,
10 seconds.
Oh, is it that? Well, yeah, it's the beginning, isn't it? When he's working or whatever.
When he's working at the construction site.
Yeah.
And then in this, he's got his shirt off quite a bit.
Quite a bit. Yeah. Well, he's not really a man.
He's fertile. He's fertile.
He's the fertile myrtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's working for the man.
He's working for the man.
Or the woman.
The woman.
The woman with the pink car.
Yeah, the one with the pink. God,
I
that's weird.
love that too.
I did
I
not,
love
yeah.
that their friggin' military vehicle is a pink.
Pink car with a 50 cal.
Yeah, it's
not a bug. It's a
no, it's a panel van. It's a
panel.
Chevy.
Yeah, it's a panel. Yeah,
It's a Chevy panel van
painted bright pink.
that is painted bright pink, and it's on some friggin' 33 1250 BF Goodriches from the 80s. So if anybody that's ever read an off-road magazine from the 80s, you know what I'm talking about.
But this movie, basically, we should probably get into the premise for. I doubt anybody's seen this.
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
No one's seen this movie.
There's been a nuclear fallout, and just about everybody's infertile, and they find him drifting through the desert like he does in every movie he's in, just drifting.
Yeah,
and he's like the only fertile man left, and so their new government, which is ran by the women, because I guess all the guys are gone.
Probably died off after fighting or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
Bring him in and make him sign this contract. And they don't tell him what it is at first, and he's got this chastity belt on.
Yeah, they put this chastity belt on him. It's got a flap.
And if he gets
And
too,
explosives.
yeah, and explosive, and if he gets too far away, they have like a shock that goes through the thing, and they go out looking for these fertile women that the frog people, which was a side effect of this war,
Yeah,
that they have stolen. So
yeah.
that's where you're at. You're taking your only fertile man, the only hope
Yeah.
for mankind,
Into hostile territory.
Hostile territory.
Hostile territory. Yeah, to save these bunch of women.
Just to fuck a bunch of women.
And not one woman in the movie was ugly. I can tell you that.
Oh,
much,
no.
Other than the frog woman.
Other than the frog lady. And I'm telling you, man,
They were smoking.
She was hot to trot for him. I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. At first, I thought he was going to do it.
I thought he was too.
Because he said, I'm
I
going to
really
put this
did.
on your head. I'm like, whoa.
I really did too. I thought he was gonna.
She was a little froggy action.
Did you see later she came back
Froggy
to him and she
style.
had the bag and she was ready to put it on her head.
No,
Yeah, no, I didn't see that.
I didn't notice that.
I've seen it a couple times.
Oh, my
so
God. I
noticed.
didn't see that.
I did
one.
not notice that.
Yeah, she had the bag
my
with
God.
her.
I bet Roddy did. Roddy's a crazy
Oh,
mother.
I guarantee
He's
it.
a crazy mother, dude. I
Yeah.
guarantee. He
I don't
would.
think he even thought twice.
he probably did it
Yeah.
in real life.
He put him a little froggy in her,
Yep,
or like just right away.
I guarantee he did. He is
That was
a
a
crazy mofo.
Weird fucking movie. My God.
Yeah. Oh,
I liked
yeah,
it though.
loved
Like it was just, it
I
was,
loved it. It was way better than I thought it was going to be. And I know, like, I'd talked to you about it quite a bit before, and so I wasn't, like, I was expecting it to be crazy.
yeah.
Right.
I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was.
Yeah, likable and crazy.
Yeah.
I actually
Yes.
wasn't. I was expecting it to be far cringier than it
Yeah.
was. It wasn't that cringy.
No.
It's a
You
B
know.
movie, but it almost has a feel of something
Yeah.
with a bigger budget.
I know
Yeah.
it does. It really does. Like I mean, the premise is insane, but it's not. It doesn't feel quite as cringy when you watch it.
No.
I guess if you
No.
just accept what it is.
Yeah.
But I and it's weird too. I was telling these guys this before we started, but it's kind of like I don't know if it's like a Jim Henson movie or something. Like it's got this it's got this weird feel like with the frogs and stuff, or like Super Mario Brothers, that old ass movie that was really really bad. Like the creatures themselves had that similar looking style to them,
Yeah.
that feel when you got to Frogtown, but in a way it felt like a kid's adventure movie.
Yeah.
It was a very
Just
kid-
with a bunch of boobies.
yeah, it was a kid adventure movie. If you got rid of the boobs and the premise of him being the fertile guy, that would have been a pretty decent kids adventure movie.
Yeah.
Or it might have been a bad kid
yeah,
adventure movie.
yeah. Yeah, because I mean, it has some good boobies in it.
Oh, the
so,
surprise
I mean,
movies were good.
Yeah.
Anytime you have surprise,
I'm
movies,
very surprised by how much boobies have came up in this
this
show.
podcast.
Yeah,
I think
very
we
surprised
picked
by
these
it.
movies so we could talk about boobies.
Maybe.
Just to say the word
Maybe.
booby. We have to be really adolescent when it's booby.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think there were any boobies in Firewalker, and we still talked about boobies during Firewalker.
Well, it probably did.
Yeah, I don't think there is any boobies in Firewalker.
No.
Damn it.
No, that crazy chick didn't show her boobies.
No.
I'll tell you what there is in Hell
Chuck
Comes
Norris.
to Frogtown, though.
Yes, there's quite a few.
Yeah, let me tell you something about Hell Comes to Frogtown.
yeah.
I was going to say there was 3 snakes.
yeah.
there's some
The
three snakes.
dance of three snakes.
Well, luckily, we didn't see the 3 snakes.
that is.
That was the silliest
I
thing.
think that was the only part of the movie that I didn't like. It was too much. It was too far out there.
Mm-hmm.
That okay. Not only are these guys frogs, they're full grown. They're full size men frogs. and they got 3 penises.
Yeah.
I'm just super glad that they never showed it.
Right.
Like, that's because if they would have shown the 3 penises, that would have been too much. I couldn't have.
Yeah.
I,
It's bad enough to
couldn't do
it's
it.
bad enough to like think of the premise.
yeah, it's
to
bad
have it
enough.
in
It's
there.
bad enough to say that you do that. You
Yeah.
have 3 penises.
Yeah. Yeah, that he had to dance. That he had to dance to make her worthy of seeing his 3
Yes.
penises.
Yes.
His
She-
little frog
yeah,
penises.
Yeah, she had to dance
Yeah.
to.
And then once he accepted her, he come over here. Nah, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty fun.
And that's
Yeah.
that's Sandal Bergman of Conan the Barbarian fame.
Yes.
Who they try to put these dorky glasses on and make unhot.
Yeah. Impossible.
It ain't
I
happening.
think she
Yeah.
looked better with the glasses on for some reason.
Maybe.
Especially when she come out of the tent
Oh yeah.
to test his reaction.
Yeah.
He wasn't having none of that.
Oh my god, he grabbed her down like oh
Yeah.
shit, he's gonna fucking Jerry Sandusky or
Harvey
he's
Weinstein.
gonna Harvey Weinstein her right here. Holy shit. I'm just kidding, get down here. And she got them stupid
Take
earrings.
a shower with me.
Yeah, come watch me take a shower.
It probably wouldn't have been the weirdest thing in the movie. though.
No, that would have been tame.
No, it was. I thought it was really good how like she started turning, like he started turning her on by the way he was treating the one chick that he had to impregnate. You know, I thought that was a pretty
You had to
good.
clean her up first or brush her teeth or
Yeah, yeah, because the guard chick, she was like, she said, she had to explain that he was the one that cleaned her up afterwards, and then now he's hot, like bitch, he fucking Roddy, he's
Roddy Piper.
he is Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
He was hot before. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
he wasn't taking none of that.
But anyway, no, I thought that was a pretty cool that he was, because the whole time he acts like he doesn't give a shit and he's an asshole, but actually he was pretty.
He cares
good.
a lot, but
He cared a lot.
he
He just didn't want to.
Well, they put him up on this pedestal, and he's all under all this pressure now.
Yeah,
And he's like, I don't know if I want to live up to the, I'm going to live up to the hype here. Like I've got to impregnate all these. That was what I loved about the end too. Like we should get after your duty's done, we should get on ask for some vacation time. He's like, what do you mean after my duty's done? Oh, you're still going to do your duty. He looks back and all these girls are smiling at him. I'm like, wow.
yeah.
I don't even know how I feel about this.
Dude, he's Roddy Piper.
He's right. He's going to take care of it.
Yeah,
He'll
he's gonna take care of it.
slam all of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, thank you very much, Andrew, for introducing this movie.
Yes,
What a weird movie.
yes.
Jesus Christ.
It was in a 2-pack. There was Hell Comes to Frogtown and DEFCON 4. If you find that, do not watch DEFCON 4.
I think that may be the only way you can buy Hell Comes to
my-
Frogtown.
Really?
Yeah, I've not really seen it anywhere else.
Dude,
I don't think either one of you watched DEFCON 4. Did you?
No.
I will, but
No,
not yet.
don't.
I love
don't.
B movies.
Please
Please
don't.
don't. Oh, this isn't even a DEFCON 4 is not a B movie.
Hell Comes to Frogtown was the steal in this
Yes,
package,
yes,
from
yes,
what I
it was.
understand.
Yes,
And
it was.
it's on YouTube. It's only like 85 minutes.
Yeah, it's
go
very
watch it if
cool.
you haven't
There's a movie that I need to watch that was on the previews to that actually.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
the
yes.
John Carpenter one?
There's 2 John Carpenter movies.
Yes.
there was
That he actually
the
wrote.
the Philadelphia. The Philadelphia
Project.
Experiment or Experiment?
Project, wasn't it?
Experiment, I think. I don't know.
Maybe.
I want to check that out. But the one with Tommy Lee Jones,
Yes.
Yeah, Black
Yes.
Black Moon or
Yes,
something
I think
like
it's
that.
Black Moon.
Black Moon Rising, isn't it?
It's Black Moon Rising or something. I want to see that
Yeah.
shit. That's got the that's got Linda Hamilton in it.
Yes.
And the other one, the Philadelphia Project or Experiment or whatever, has the chick that plays on RoboCop as Lewis.
Yes.
So the woman
from Carrie.
Yeah, from Carrie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how much he actually had to do with that one because I've heard him say in interviews that he was going to do that movie and then didn't.
Really?
So, yeah,
Well,
you might want to look into that.
I tell you what, I don't really matter because it looked good. I like Tommy Lee Jones, but like the music in the trailer made it look really
Yeah.
good, and it made it look very Carpenter-esque.
And that's a Roger Corman New World Pictures thing, so it's going to be real low budget.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it will be.
Cool.
I don't care. I want to check that out. That's
I like
kinda,
I like Tommy Lee Jones.
That's
so-
kind of right up my alley, dude. Tommy Lee Jones and Linda Hamilton.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome, man.
Yeah.
Like mid '80s.
Yeah, I like Tommy Lee.
Late '80s. This she still had her Terminator hair.
Is that
this-
recall and all?
the curly hair. But anyway, yeah, that's good set of B movies for everybody if they haven't
Yes.
seen them. Well, we're gonna probably do some more. We need to pick some more B movies to talk about.
Yeah.
I figured this was some really. We wanted to pick some really obscure ones to start out with, just because that's who we are.
I think Andrew beat us out.
Yeah.
That's debatable.
Well, Firewalker. I mean, they all have their own. They're all good on their own right.
Oh yeah.
But they're all.
But I'm saying obscure wise.
Oh yes,
Hell
obscure-wise.
comes to Frogtown
Yes.
is the most obscure.
Absolutely.
But I'm always
Plot-wise.
looking for weird B movies.
Yeah, plot wise, absolutely. But they're all very different movies,
Yeah.
and which they're all 80s.
Yeah, they
movies,
are.
and they're
They
all
are
80s
very
movies
different.
too, which I love. So I recommend.
Well,
every one of
80s
them.
was the peak of B movie.
Oh yeah.
You could say the thousands are pretty good for B movies too, but
Maybe. Yeah, for
Maybe.
some of them. I don't know the budgets. I don't know how different the budgets were back then for B movies, but it didn't seem like, you know what I mean. Like there's
Yeah.
some, like in Firewalker's case, in my opinion, I don't feel like it was too far off from
oh no,
an actual high,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think
higher
so.
end movie.
It was probably Firewalker for the year it came out was probably one of the higher end canon movies that
It had to have
were
been.
made.
It had to have been because it was pretty
But
solid.
that ain't saying much.
No,
You
no,
know,
it's no.
canon movies like if it's a B movie, then it's like 50-50 canon made it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it whatever.
Whatevs.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I like.
Yeah, I do too. We need to figure out some other B movies to pick.
Yeah,
I think I've got some in mind. Actually.
we watched some. We watched some B movies.
Some B movies.
Yeah. I've watched some C movies. I watched some D movies.
Some junk.
I have watched a few F movies.
And I'll never talk about them.
No,
Ever.
never.
I don't care to. Speaking of that, I would even consider this a B movie. I would consider it like C or D. Have you ever heard of President's Day?
Yeah.
The horror movie from 2010 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one, you need to check that out. Well, I'll show you that one. That one's rough.
Yeah, it's
The kills are really cool,
yeah.
but the budget is just.
Was it 2010?
I think so.
Man, it feels like it was a lot longer ago. Than
I think so. I think it was. It might have been a little bit
Of course,
longer.
that was 8 years.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So anyway, I think that'll wrap it up for our B movies.
Yeah.
Just I really don't know what else to say about them other than
I don't either.
go see if you can check
Yeah,
if you can
if
ever
you can-
find them.
You can pretty much find all three of these on YouTube.
I think so. End of the Night. Can you find the whole thing on YouTube?
Yeah. It
I
may
haven't-
not. It may not be that good of a version, but you can still find it.
So you can't find much on it. It wasn't talked about at all.
No.
Like it's never brought up. I mean, The Fly is always brought up or something like that, but it's something like that's never brought
You know
up.
what? I enjoyed this more than The Fly. I did.
I did too.
I did.
I did too.
I did. I am not a fan of The Fly. I think it is very overrated.
Oh, I love The Fly.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. A lot of people do. I know. I'm just not a fan.
As a Goldblum fan, and I mean the stuff I've seen him in, I would have to say that this edges The Fly for me too.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just because there's so much junk in it, like just so much all over the place. It's just a fun. It's a fun flick. I'll put it.
Yeah.
that
That's
way.
funny because I think he did The Fly right after this.
Yeah.
I think they were.
It was
maybe
like
back to back.
87, right, or 86?
86. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is 85. Yeah. And this was
I like Death Wish Goldblum.
shit. Rich cunt, kill a woman and then leave, and then never be seen again.
No, actually, I'm pretty like, Jurassic Park Goldblum is my Goldblum.
Well, right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's the first movie I remember ever seeing him in. So he is that is my Goldblum.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
that's for same with me too.
Yeah.
But I've learned.
So I probably don't have any room to talk on Goldblum.
I don't know. Have you ever watched his? Interviews with Conan O'Brien?
No.
You need to watch his interviews, dude. We need to watch those.
Yeah.
They're hilariously awkward.
Oh,
They're
I'd
just
say.
weird as shit.
Conan can be pretty awkward.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
But
he-
both of them together.
He brings out awkwardness in other people.
Well, he does.
too.
Well, Goldblum even said in one of his, he's like, I act. I'm paraphrasing, but he's like, basically, I act how you think I am.
Yeah.
Basically, so when he's on there, he's even weirder than he normally is.
Yeah.
What we got coming up next week? We're gonna be doing
We're going to be doing our verses, right?
Versus.
Yes, we got a
Our
new
very
show.
first
Yes.
We got a new show called Versus, where we will pit specific movies that came out, maybe not necessarily the same year, but we'll try to keep them the same year.
Yeah.
That were competing against each other.
Yeah. Similar types of movies, sometimes
yes.
remakes, but also in a sense of I think we're going to do a lot of different stuff like you said.
I think so too.
We're going to try and keep it the same year. If we can get in the same month.
Oh yeah, that would be even better. Yeah.
Like for instance, I know you're wanting to do the Howling.
Yeah.
And American Werewolf
like
in London.
4 months apart.
They're like 4 months apart. Very similar movies.
Very close.
That's a good one. We'll be doing some verses as far as actors or iconic characters versus whatever. If they had films come out the same year or whatever, we're gonna try and do those. I think that'll be really fun.
Yep. And
they'll probably be a lot shorter than our podcast. What we're aiming for anyway. But we'll be doing that, and we'll have another podcast as well. So be on the lookout for that. And as always, we appreciate you guys listening. And we will see you next time.
Yeah.